And hello, or hi, y'all. Yes, I'm running a little late tonight, and I have been having the ordeal of the opportunity of uh, iced over fridge, which I find that usually happens in the summer somehow. I don't know if it's because of all the excessive humidity or the fact that I stuff my freezer with all the goodies that are getting harvested. Maybe some of both. But it wasn't keeping my food cold. I lost a lot of food. But we finally got it fixed, and this has been going on a while. And when I called management, they gave me terrible advice. They said, "Oh, don't worry. If you just clean out the freezer, it'll correct itself in a little while." It didn't. It wasn't going to correct itself. That's bogus. So she told me, "Well, you could unplug it and stuff. Can't even move this thing. It's too big and heavy. I'm not going to be able to move this thing." Anyway, it was crazy advice. And so for about a week now or more, I've, I've been going round and round with this thing, and it's noisy too because it would try to work and make a lot of noise and keep me awake. Just so, but it's over now. There's a sense of relief that comes with that. But really, I've heard of a lot of things like this happening recently, and I don't know what it is. We're not in Mercury retrograde again yet. That is coming this fall, though. But I don't believe we're in Mercury. I'd have to check. I just happen to think, are we? I know we do have Mercury retrograde coming. Maybe we're in the shadow of it. I don't know. Anyway, a lot of people are having things break down. Um, Even Jason had his tie rod break in his car. Lots of things. Just, I don't know, man. And those things seem to go in patterns. So that could be something we discuss, but I do have to warn you, I'm really tired today because of that, because of all this defrosting the refrigerator and trying to get it fixed. And uh, hi, Circle K, how you doing? Summoning everyone. Ah, yeah. Well, I thought about not even, just saying sorry, guys, I'm not having a show, but I realized, no, I'm okay. I can go ahead and do a show. And besides, I miss you guys when I don't see you. So um, I miss it when I don't see you guys for too long. So and plus, the good news is my fridge is finally fixed. It looks like friend Paul came over and helped me with it, which thank goodness he's kind of fearless. But Paul can fix all kinds of things. We can even fix a rainy day. We can. We can fix a drought. We can fix a lot of things. But Paul is the one who can fix mechanisms better than me. So goodness. Um anyway, I have been thinking I absolutely love our discussions. Oh, you really liked your reading last night. Oh, well, thank you very much. Um, yeah, well, Jim and I called me, and told me that it was going exactly as I read. She had plans to go on vacation somewhere for a couple of days in one place, and it's just the weather just crapped out on her, and they said, no, nobody's taking a vacation, but we can't offer you this, which turned out to be, and this is strange, which turned out to be somewhere on Lake Michigan. Now, interestingly enough, I had just heard something about Lake Michigan, that there was actually a pyramid in Lake Michigan, and that her trip was somehow going to be a very spiritual experience. So I think something's going to happen on the trip. But anyway, she said she had to cancel that. It was Shaman's Death and Swan, and she just went with the flow, and they got really nice accommodations and everything. So it did happen. The Shaman's Death happened. That things had to change completely. Just had to let go of the attachment to that location. Um, and now she's going on a really great trip. And Circle K says, I found a really deep thing on squirrel medicine online. It was about calling up the child you were. Well, that's very interesting. Calling up the child you were. Ring. Hello? Hello, child I was? Yeah, I know. You're having a really rough time. You want to go away and join the circus? Don't do it. No, just wait a while. Things will change. Uh, you were born on Lake Michigan. Oh, cool. That's very cool. Lake Michigan turns out to be a very strange place. I think we're going to be in the future hearing more about Lake Michigan. Like I said, I think we're where we are for a reason. Gemini and me are both where we are located on this part of the earth for a reason. So there's a pretty good chance that at some point they're going to find out something really wild about Michigan, like Michigan. And the thing is, if there's a pyramid submerged under the water there, and then there's, wow, it's just going to be a very interesting place, I think, at some point. We're going to find out some major things about it. We live up here by the Great Lakes for a reason. I think there's a reason for it. And I live in weird Ohio, where the Serpent Mounds are. And we're going to find out something about this. It probably is. Oh, yes, on the Fisher Price phone. There you go. Call yourself up on your little Fisher Price phone. Mine was a Flintstones phone, and it was rotary when I was a kid. I had a little Flintstones phone, rotary Flintstone. Wish I had it now. It's probably worth a fortune. It is a magical place. Haven't been there yet. I hope to go there at some point. Maybe I'll go visit Gemini at some point. She's always traveling. She loves to travel. She's out traveling all the time. Every time I hear she's going up to the lake and doing something. Wish I was close enough that I could do that and had a car. You know, I'd go up to the lakes and sit on the beach. Oh, yeah, that's totally crazy that the World's Fair buildings were. If that's what you want to discuss, we can discuss that. Mud flood and mud fossils. Oh, heck yeah, we can discuss that. Ah, there's Linda Bennett. Yes, it worked. It worked, Circle K. Keep summoning people. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether I was going to come on or not, Linda. I've been defrosting the fridge and trying to get it fixed all day. We finally did get it totally fixed, we think. So we think now it's going to be okay, but boy, was it a pain in the butt all week because the management gave me bad advice and they've got no repairman right now. They gave me bad advice about this. It's like, it's not going to correct itself. It's like empty it mostly and then it'll correct itself. It's like, no. It when these things get iced over and there's no flow to the bottom, and it's like I had to throw so much stuff away. It was horrible. So that's what I've been doing all day. But I'm here. I miss you guys when I'm not talking to you. So um, basically, uh, we were. Oh yeah, and Circle K brought up buildings of the World's Fair. No kidding. Museum of Science and Industry. Yeah, that's another part of what I think about our hidden history is what if the reason all these places are so tall is not just because the people were tall, but what if some of these things were literally hangars, designed for craft, maybe balloons, maybe, some kind of a balloon system, some kind of um, blimp or something. If our society was then an largely airborne society, then it would stand to reason that they would have very tall buildings. Maybe it might just have influenced the way they think. So, but we do know that some of these doors that they put in some of these places were very obviously for giants. So, and this is why I have to say, I heard something by Elena Danan, and she sounds pretty legit in a lot of ways. Um, and a lot of people have a great deal of respect. I have a lot of respect for her. However, she's been misinformed, I think, because she believes that people were not really that tall, and that when you see a figure taller, bigger than the rest, that it's just a convention to show that they're more important. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's bogus. There were definitely bigger people. And if you think about it, we just talked about it, the Yuga coming down through the Yugas. In the golden age, they would have been a lot taller as the ages declined and we went into literally what would be the darkest Yuga, which would be the one we're coming out of. And I think that we've hit it. We're coming out of a very dark Yuga. Okay. And so we're not going to step right back into a golden age, but it's going to be a heck of a lot better than the deepest, darkest Yuga that we just experienced. That's probably exactly what happens. And if that is our cycle and season, we keep getting cards about cycles, to pay attention to the cycles. And I think that has a lot to do with it. Yeah. Thanks, Linda. Yeah. Anybody who's ever had their fridge go down knows. Yikes. Um, yeah. A lot of the huge buildings were made for something bigger and possibly even airborne. It could be. There is some evidence that we were probably airborne. These towers that just have steps going up to them. And we do have some pictures of when they used blimps. They didn't set down on the ground, they didn't land too often. Um, they were most of their time in the air. And so you took off from a high place. You probably, these places were way stations where you waited for the next blimp. And they would need to be high up in the air. And then buildings would have to be tall. So, and then of course there were also giants. And they lived a long time. And as you go up in to the gold Yuga, we will be living longer and longer. As you go downward, you live a shorter and shorter lifespan. Uh, if we're on the upswing, we're going to be living longer and longer. But some of those beings lived thousands of years and are still alive, apparently. If you think about it, if some of the first ones lived thousands and thousands, were practically immortal, virtually immortal, then they're still alive. They're still around. And they would have learned a lot. They would be incredibly advanced from us. And so our architecture, it might not even have been that long ago. There's some evidence that these buildings, that some of these buildings, that one of the last resets might not have been that long ago, as long as we think, anyway. So, yeah, they broke up the beautiful buildings. They didn't want us to know who we were. Yeah. It could very well be spacecraft or aircraft, but it wouldn't be like our aircraft today. It would be probably balloons. That would be a very safe and stable way to go, because actually they don't even, you ever hear of the Goodyear blimp having a problem? It's actually very safe. So I think that was taken away from us for some other reason. They, oh yeah. Oh, hi, Bomber. Well, thanks. Thanks, Bomber. You used to, before they concreted the buildings? Wow. Well, see, a lot of people are like that, which is why people got displaced. It's exactly why Columbus displaced people when he came through the islands. He moved everybody to a different island to freak them out, make them easier to control. You used to play on those ruins? Where, Circle K? Oh, Bomber. Well, thank you, Bomber. Oh, well, thank you. My hair is fresh and wavy. I'm amazed because, frankly, I've had a heck of a day today. Uh, we've been defrosting the fridge and fixing it. That's always so much fun. But yeah, I took a little time to look good just to cheer myself up, and thought if I could look in the camera and see myself looking half decent, I would cheer myself up a bit. Maybe you too. Maybe cheer you too. Hmm. Slabs on the water. Even then, I was wondering where they got all of that busted concrete. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, hi, Gemini Moon's friend, CJ. Hi. Nice to meet you. Gemini speaks highly of you. All in the past. Now I'm adorable. Oh, thank you. Need to be. Okay. Old roads. Holy cow. When I have an open discussion, it could be almost anything. Yeah. Kind of amazing, if you ask me. We have um, we have some extremely knowledgeable people among our group here. My subs tend to be experiencers and also people who keep up with all of the developments in our search for knowledge about who we really are and what our past really is. And we do have a heck of a lot of hidden history here. So I have a feeling if we knew what was being hidden, it would be mind boggling in its scope. Yeah, they're just traveling together, Bomber. Oh, like they tear up the roads in Illinois. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about Illinois, but I do know that when that those ruins are valuable information that they're taking away from us, and it seems like they just don't want us to know a dang thing about who we are, where we come from, what our real history is, and why is it so important that we don't know. That's really what gets me. Is it must be pretty important because they sure put a lot of emphasis into hiding it. And anytime they put a whole lot of effort into something, it makes me suspicious. Just like, that guy that we had for president that they are so they ripped him to shreds. It makes me think that they're working so hard on him. There must be something about this guy that really is threatening. And considering that I don't trust them one bit, it kind of makes me trust him more. But yeah, I don't trust anybody's take on history right now entirely. I don't think we have the whole picture. Um, and I think we had the whole picture. Maybe it would change us vastly to know that. I keep getting the dragonfly, which is remember who you are. The whole message with dragonfly is the coyote trickster tricked him into turning into a bug and then forgetting that he was a dragon with powers. And humans are like that too. We have forgotten who we are. And our hidden history. Obviously, you look at the mud floods. What are they hiding? By telling us, that we're only looking at the tops of buildings. Illinois has some bad roads. Well, we'll picnic. Yeah, we'll do it the old-fashioned way, Bomber. Yeah, so the Bigfoot can peep at us. Go to a nice park where the Bigfoot can sit and peep at us. Dragonflies are government spies, and woolly aphids are aliens. I don't know if I've ever seen woolly aphids. I've seen woolly bears, those fuzzy caterpillars, but I've never seen woolly aphids. Matter of fact, Dick Goddard has the Woolly Bear Festival, so we know all about woolly bears here in Ohio. Dragonflies are government spies. Well, Bomber, I'll tell you that is unique, but I'm not sure how to discuss that. But hey, you have a particular reason for believing, but they do seem to have a very strange sort of behavior pattern, don't they? Dragonflies are kind of odd. They're kind of weird. Oh, now we're back to Gemini. Yep, I told him, yo. Oh, you've seen robotic bugs in South Carolina. Wow, we want to hear about that. Robotic bugs. I believe it. Nanotechnology can do that. And then we got to ask ourselves why. I mean, they're already GMOing things and now they're actually making robotic bugs. Pickle jars. So Bomber was working in her fridge too today. Yeah. Oh, listen. Ah, wow. Yes. Yeah, you were keeping the pickle juice. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, the pickle juice is handy. I have kept pickle juice before. I just had to throw away a bunch of stuff from my fridge because my fridge stopped working. So I had to throw a bunch of stuff away, and it was really sad because some of it was really sweet watermelon and other stuff. Yeah, habit trails to you. Happy trails, Gemini. I hope you have a wonderful trip. But just to let you know, Gemini, it looks like the fridge is fixed. So let's hope it stays that way. Marilena, Marilena. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Oh, it was completely black, looked like a giant. Wow. Buzzed like a bee when it flew and landed under the table in the backyard. Eavesdrop on me and my bro. A robofly? Wow. Wow. How did you know it was a robofly? Was there anything about it or just a feeling? I'm getting ready to pickle a bunch of stuff, Bomber. Yeah, I'm getting ready to pickle, preserve, and can and do all that kind of stuff. You can buy a big jug of just pickle juice at Walmart. Figures. Figures. And you know what? The funny thing is, I had no pickle jars. They were all different. I had jam jars. Well, because of the different flavors of jam, you know. And somebody was selling mulberry jam at a fair. Had to have some of that. Oh, you've never seen a fly that sounded like that. I see. It was like a mini drone and sort of thing. Oh, wow. Oh, I can't wait to hear about it, Gemini. It's going to be really nice. It's going to be really interesting. Pickle juice and shaved ice. I wouldn't be touching it unless I knew it was with apple cider vinegar because white vinegar I don't ingest. Auntie Linda is going to give me some cousin. She's that your Auntie Linda? Or, oh, you mean because she wants pickle juice and shaved ice? I see. Okay. I feel like I'm driving somewhere. This is just the back of my phone holder, but it looks like I'm taking a drive. Let me see if I can get that a little better out of the picture there. Okay, a little better. You can see a little bit more of me and a little bit less of it. Okay, so yeah, I don't blame you, Linda. It's like, oh, not anymore. No, thank goodness too, because honestly, not having that on my mind as a possibility is just has been so nice. No, no. Somebody call in and make the vroom sound, vroom like that. So basically, when we look at the ruins, the supposedly ruins of the world's fairs, we see a much higher architecture than we have now. Why on earth would we ever build something that beautiful temporarily and then take it down? And I'm sure Circle K, you can attest to the fact that it wasn't cheesy stuff made from chicken wire and plaster, right? It was stone or cement or something. It was obviously meant to be a long term usage building. As a matter of fact, the concrete they have, or the cement, or whatever they call it, the cement, the very old fashioned cement, is even better than the cement we have today. And we have some of those really old buildings. And I will tell you, there is a feeling of age in those buildings. But when I think about it, it makes me feel so weird. It gives me this weird feeling that we may be looking at at places that are way older than they want us to think. Oh, boys make the best room sounds. You've got to, and gun sounds, Well, they practice more, I think. Yeah. Oh, and Bomber does race car sounds. Oh, okay. Well, race car sounds are good too. Everybody needs a little bit of that in our lives. Mm. What, Bomber is starting to inspire Circle K? Uh-oh. So does anybody want to actually come on? I can send an invite if you do actually want to come on and talk about something, if you have something to talk about. Circle K was talking about the World's Fair and stuff. So, well, and the thing is we've got mud flooded buildings right down in Akron that are really obviously mud flooded. I mean, and when I would walk down this huge hill, it would be so obvious that this building was not built that way. And they always have the bottom floors blocked off. It's weird. And then in the basement of Polsky's, the stone, I got to tell you, the stone is different than modern stone or cement. It's different. Concrete, what do they call it? Whatever they call it. The stuff it's made of, it looks more like stone. Looks more like it was carved out of stone. I always thought that too. I thought, how is this made? Is this stones? Because it has a weird texture. And then there was also a place um, where we went to church, and it was a big one of those big buildings too, with the big architecture, a Stamba Auditorium. And as a child, it was really interesting to play on because they had the regular size steps, and then they had these great big steps next to them, like for giants. And we kids used to play on those great big steps and sit there on them, use them for kind of like a bench. Oh, you're thinking about clay. Yeah, hit the like button. Quick, lass. Hit the button, lass. Oh, you're probably not finished making art. Oh, cool. I didn't know you were ever an artist, Circle K. You never told us about that. Well, thank you, Linda. Bomber's here now. She's going to be my only mod. Oh, but she can do it. And now Bomber's going to give you the cure for a migraine coming on. I'm sorry you have a migraine coming on. We'll have to send you some healing energy. I haven't had migraines lately, thank God. Um, I haven't had many of those in a while. Once in a while, not too often anymore. Yeah, I'm into crafts too, and I'm considering a crafts channel when I get things straightened around here to where I can do that. But right now, I just don't have a way to take good pictures while I'm doing crafts. And if I would do that right now, it would be on Frugal B1TCH's channel. You're not a prude? I hope not. What brought that up, Circle K? Love you too, Bummer. And thank you, Linda, for coming in. Uh, I need to make more mods. I need to go into YouTube and make more mods. Hey, Circle K, you want to be a mod? Want to be part of the mod squad? I like sculpture and plain creativity best, so I'm all for that. Oh, me too. I have pink salt. I have the Himalayan salt. Oh, but you're not an art snob. Well, good. I'm not either. Hey, Claudia. CJ Miller. Oh, CJ, Jim's friend. Oh, you love pickle juice too. She's part of Pickle Juice Club. I think a little in a martini is good. Hey, Louis, actually, I like dirty martinis with just a little bit of the juice in there. Um, how many pickle jars are in your fridge? I guess it's an open discussion. We can just talk about pickle jars in the fridge. You think you're silly enough? You think you're silly enough? Well, you've got a lot to prove, let me tell you, my friend. You've got you well, I bet you probably figure that if Jim belongs here, you probably do too. Well, it's good to have you, sweetheart. It's really nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, I pulled an L. Have high standards for silly around here. Yes, we do. We have very high standards for silly around here. I forgot about the tarot reading when you pulled out an owl. Oh, yeah, for you, Lewis? You did. Oh, cool. So the owl is around you. The only thing about hearing owls and seeing owls is it usually comes just before abductions and other ET interventions. So, if anything else interesting happens, Lewis, let us know. Keep us informed. Well, the word pickle is a great word. And I mean, it's fun to say. And plus, who doesn't like pickles? How can you not like pickles? It would be weird. Now, you know what? And now everybody's going to leave and go get a pickle. And I don't have any pickles because I had to clean out my fridge. I'm out of pickles. I don't have any pickles. I probably have some in the pantry though. I think I have dills, gherkins in there somewhere. Oh gosh. I have really gotta get I gotta get this place under control. Dill, kosher dill. That's right. Kosher dill for me. And I like gherkins sometimes. Yeah, there you go, a pickle club. Uh, don't sit there all sour-faced unless you're eating pickles. And Circle K says it depends on my mood. The Pickle Club. Only thing is, I don't like it when you're in a pickle. I don't like that at all. Like I was when my fridge broke down. I was in a pickle. I didn't like that. My watermelon. You know what? I honestly, I practically for a while was living on watermelon. I like watermelon that much. And now they're getting ready to take away the watermelon because in the fall they always start throwing out all the watermelons and putting pumpkins in instead. And I'm going to ask you a question. I got a really serious question for you guys. And I mean, this is serious. How many times, I mean, this is unfair. This is totally unfair. How many times does anybody ever go to a party with a great big pumpkin and carve it up and offer people pieces and everybody goes, oh yeah, I want some of that? Well, see, that's the difference when they throw out all the watermelons and put in pumpkins. I think it's a very sad time of year. No longer can you get a great big old watermelon and take it somewhere. Usually then all you can ever get is these little tiny personal watermelons or something. It's really sad. Yeah, I love watermelon. As a matter of fact, like I said, for about 5 days, I couldn't hardly eat anything but watermelon. And that was to keep me hydrated, you know, and it was easy to eat. It kind of disappears into nothing. My stomach was accepting watermelon and not much else. A little bit of tea for about 5 days. But then after that, I felt pretty good. Well, yeah. Well, actually, have you ever had the pickled potato chips? Dill pickle potato chips? I have. I I may even have some in there somewhere. I've in my cupboard. Yeah, the poor watermelon. Yeah, we should take watermelons and carve them like jack-o'-lanterns, and maybe they get some respect around Halloween. I mean, they are green and red. You'd think we should have them for Christmas. We should have watermelon for Christmas. It's green and red. Yes, it's true. Carved watermelons are beautiful. Yeah. And you can make pickles out of the rind. You can make pickles out of watermelon rind. We opened one of these we got from Myers, a watermelon. And Myers is really cleaning up their act. I mean, they've got clean chicken now. They've got um, non-shut up chicken and stuff now. Their pledge is that they don't sell any chicken that's it's got all the junk in it. So they're kind of cleaning up their act, and the watermelon I got from there was good, and it was so ripe. There was hardly any rind left. It was red all the way almost out to the green skin, and it was so sweet. Doggone, I had to throw most of it away because of the darn problem with the fridge. Oh yeah, dill pickle chips. Dill pickle chips. Canada's most popular chips with ketchup. See, I never eat ketchup. It's, you know what it reminds me of? Tomato jelly, really. Tomato jam, because it's so sweet. It's like tomato jam. It's kind of weird to me. I haven't been able to eat nightshades for a long time. So now when I get a hold of some ketchup in something, I'm like, so sweet, man. Because you think it goes on burgers and stuff, but it's almost like jam. It's so sweet, you know? So now it's kind of weird when I think about it. I can see mustard, but ketchup is like sweet, you know? But then I haven't been eating sugar. Yeah, respect for the watermelon. In the end, it always comes down to pickles. That's right. Oh, ketchup chips are good. Never had them. Yeah, ketchup is just kind of weird to me now. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved it. But then again, when we were kids, we wanted anything sweet. Pretty much, if you gave us something sweet, we'd eat it, right? Except I was really picky. I was I was kind of picky. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret, and you gotta promise never to tell anybody or let it out because I mean there would be some people that would be horrifically offended, especially right now in woke culture. I did not like the taste of the rainbow Skittles. Never ate Skittles. I never liked Skittles. I never really liked. I'm sorry. Don't hate me because I wouldn't eat Skittles, but I just didn't like them. Wasn't much, although we ate them, it wasn't much for pixie sticks either. I just didn't like them. I did always love dill pickles, so, and would sometimes, my parents would get on my case because I would eat all the dill pickles. When they weren't looking, I'd go in and grab a dill pickle. Yeah, the ketchup, nothing with corn syrup. I don't eat anything with corn syrup in it. I don't eat anything with the fructose junk. Jim says, ask something. Yeah, ask a serious question, Claudia. This is open discussion. I knew it. Louis Ta loves Skittles. Jolly Ranchers. Actually, I remember Jolly Ranchers. Every now and then, Jolly Ranchers were good, but I wasn't really much for the sour food, but I did like the sour pickles. Yeah, for some reason, never cared for Skittles. Jolly Ranchers were different. Yeah, watermelon flavor, of course. Watermelon. We need more watermelon in our life. I think I may write a book about the watermelon diet because I lost a bunch of weight on that during that time. I actually lost a bunch of size, that's for sure, eating nothing but watermelon. I got to make another um, admission too. I actually tried out because I'm going G free too. I actually tried out a cauliflower crust for my pizza. A cauliflower crust, honestly. They don't taste that different, but they do perform a little different. It's one of those thin and crispy type crusts, so you don't notice it very much. But it's not good cold the next day like normal pizza. We should have a national day where everyone's forced to listen to one of their favorite. Listen, you're gonna sit down and you're gonna listen to one of your favorite albums. No, no, mom, no, no. Don't make me do that. Yes, you are gonna do it. Sit down and do it. Listen to one of your favorite albums. Uh yeah, I'm still rocking out too. You're right though. Get away from all of the stuff on the internet except one of your favorite albums. I did that. I was listening to a Prince album, his greatest hits. I did that a couple days ago, and I just listened to the whole dang thing all day. Bizarre. It works. With 3 jars of pickle juice. 3 jars of pickle juice in the fridge. 3 jars of pickle juice. Do take it down and pet the moose. 3 jars of pickle juice in Mom's fridge. 3 jars. You still selling unicorn pea, Bomber? Bomber, you don't know this, but Bomber was a unicornier and entrepreneur for a while. She was doing really well with it too. The only thing is, getting 100% certified non-GMO organic uh, unicorn pea fresh squeezed is hard. There's a lot of work to it. Yeah, the cauliflower is not good the next day. You were hallucinating in 360 vision. I've had that. The chat has really bogged down for me, so I'm gonna try and catch up. The song from Barney repeated over and over again, like it. I love you, you love me. That one. Oh God, help! Getting funky. Yeah, you know what, Bomber? I think 1 jar. I think you can make two. Hey, James Ortiz. James Ortiz made it in. How are you doing? What do you want to talk about, James Ortiz? We started with giant monuments and hidden history, and ended up with dill pickles somehow. I don't know quite how it happened. Yeah, I do. It was Bomber. It's always Bomber. Local unpasteurized, 100% organic unicorn pea. 15% off when you order. The discount code is Woo15. Ooh, 15. Yes. Bomber and her organic unicorn pea. You got to get some. You just got to get some. I I don't even know what I would use it for, but I would still get some if I were you. Oh, you just got home, and welcome home. Vlasic pickles. You're a pickle killer. You said you killed a jar of Vlasic. Classic Vlasic. Yeah, Bomber is a unicorn farmer, but we knew that. You have a hot pickle from the gas station? I bet you do, James. What? Oh, a hot pickle. Circle K, it's working. Circle K has been summoning people. Regular or extra concentrated? Well, I don't know. For my needs, we might need extra concentrated. Although I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. I only buy the best. Hot pickles. Hot pickles, you're wearing me out. Hot pickles, you scream and shout. Hot pickles, keep your hands to yourself. I love you, honey. I don't know where that came from. Sometimes these things go through my brain. There he goes, racing through my brain and leaving these great big Oh, I think there's a sasquatch in there. Anyway, James has a hot pickle. He just said so. But from the gas station. Oh, I don't know. Next remote viewing. Oh, we could do that. Do you guys want to do a remote viewing? We could even do one of those tonight if you wanted to. Do you guys want to do a remote viewing tonight or just wait? Oh, yeah, Vlasens? No, I thought it was Vlasic. I thought you were I thought maybe it was just a misprint, typo, negative typo. Gestation pickles. What? What? Lewis is threatening to get Bomber and her unicorn too. Oh, you guys are getting scary in there. Best coffee comes from Mom and Pop gas station. So they probably have awesome pickles. There you go. Um, okay, let's try some remote viewing. I have, let's try with an image first to warm up, shall we? I will just randomly select an image and give it a designation, give it a target designation. And so you can't be doing mind reading instead. I'm going to just pick one out. I got a whole bunch of prints from free prints. And if you guys are interested in free prints every month, I'll put my link because I could use some more free prints. Oh, we're fun? Well, thank you. We try. We try to have a good time. Gas station pickles. Yeah, that's got to be a rock song somewhere. Gas station pickles. Oh, Lewis was going to be the Wicked Witch of the West. Okay, I'm going to designate this. I don't know why, but I'm going to designate this target C23. C23, ladies and gentlemen. And all you do is just relax, open your mind. You can close your eyes a moment and just see what floats to the surface of your mind. When I say C23, this is image, photograph, C23. Please just tell me what you see and put it in all caps so that we know that it's a response to this remote viewing. And this time, I will remember not to read your responses until the end. Americans have lots of gas. That's because they ate at Mickey D's too much. And Taco Hell. No, we call them gas or filling stations. But you don't get fillings there. You go to a dentist for that. I don't understand that part. Okay. And I will not, well, you would be thinking that, Claudia. Okay. And so we're talking about, and we're viewing target C23 here under my hand. Anybody else venture a look? Okay. Grasserie, I can't say it. I'm so used to reading your response. That's what's wrong. Lots of gas in New York. Oh, cool. Gemini Moon knows how to play. Gemini Moon knows how to play the remote view game. We just make a game out of it because if we get too serious, people, this is, we're just practicing after all. You're going to be lucky if you have never done this before. You're going to probably be lucky if you just get colors or just get shapes or just get whatever. You took a wrong turn at, did you take a wrong turn at Albuquerque? Bomber? I wouldn't put it past you because you are a wascally wabbit. This is your first time. This is your virgin voyage as a remote viewer. Well, congrats. Yeah, just give it a shot anyway, Circle K. Nobody cares if you're right or wrong. We're just having fun. We're just practicing. Some of it, sometimes you come out completely right. I mean, I've seen first time people come out completely. It's like, how in the hell did you get that? You never did it before. We never saw you before you come in here and you do that. Oh, come visit. You're in Albuquerque. You're in Albuquerque. I usually call it Albuquerque because it is the quirkiest uh, place, the way it's spelled. It's very quirky. Like a virgin. Hey! Albuquerque, because James has a hot pickle. That's how you made a wrong turn in Albuquerque. It's all James' fault. See how she blames everybody? She's blaming you, James. You and your hot pickle. Yeah, we are very silly here, and I encourage that. I encourage you to misbehave. I aim to misbehave, and my aim is true. Yeah, we always get into food talk anyway. You know what? I swear, every, and especially if Bomber comes, we're going to get into food chat for sure. It always ends up food chat. In the night, no control. Do, 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 do. Okay. Albuquerque on a freeway sign last week. They couldn't even get it right. Oh my gosh, James, that's funny. James is telling us they misspelled Albuquerque on a freeway sign. Yep. Yeah, misbehaving gets us laughing. And laughing is a good thing. It really is. Yes, please, please be irreverent and listen to your favorite album. I'm going to have to be very stern with you about that. Okay. You know what? I'm noticing more and more people just not taking more and more typos and misspellings and things that should be proofread. And I mean, you'd think in this age of autocorrect and all that, but my autocorrect acts like it's possessed sometimes or has Tourette's because it'll just start spitting out words with exclamations or questions after them and just totally screw up my sentences. And I'll have to fight with it sometimes to get what I want because it's not a standard word. You know, it's weird. I mean, it's like I'm dealing with somebody like my phone is hard of hearing or something. We are the Deep Blue Muppets. Louis Toss says we're the Deep Blue Muppets. Okay. Um, is that the last call? Last call for C23. What do you see with C23? What do you see with C23? Well, I see the C in C23. That's Zeus. Dr. Zeus would be happy. Oh, Gladys Kravitz. Gladys Kravitz. Yeah, oh, no, we didn't see a UFO picture. Doggone. Well, no. Yeah, autocorrect sucks. Where is it, Gladys Kravitz? Is it in our MeWe? Yeah, I know. The grammar Nazis affect us all. So ready. Let's find out what the image is. Oh, the image. I hope you're seeing it. It's really hard to tell. It is my image of the kitty cats. It's a piece of my art, actually, digital art called Life on Lyra. Now let's see what your responses were. Auto carrot, auto carrot. Yep, that's about right. Okay, and the guesses were blue. There's a lot of blue in there. Water. Well, it looks very watery. I can see where you'd think it was water. It's actually clouds, but it looks very watery. The sky there. Um, Grass or reeds, TP. There is a there is a lot of grass and stuff in that picture, and it's not a teepee, it's a castle though. But there is a sort of a shaped structure like that in the background. It's kind of vaguely teepee. You got to realize that a lot of what or you could be seeing there are some other shapes in there that are very teepee like. So you could just be seeing the shapes or the colors. See some yellow and some blue, some yellow, and some swirls of color. Um, we got a lot of that. Well, Gemini wins that too. Let's see. Was that it? Hamburger with a bite in it. James was hungry. I think James was just hungry. There might be something in there that kind of is burger like. I don't know. Actually, the cat is kind of burger colored. The one cat's head kind of has that sort of effect over here. And let's see, a flower. There's definitely a flower in there. There's several flowers in there. And so let me catch up with you. Although it's hard to catch up with you guys sometimes. Oh dear. I will be glad to do that, Gladys. I'm always glad to look at. Okay, that one. Let me pick another random picture while we're discussing. We can be random viewing and discuss. I mean, remote viewing and random discussing at the same time. Let me make sure this is not the same. That may be a little too hard because I just realized I have some things in here that may not be. Okay, I got one. Okay. Let me make sure I get this one back in here so it doesn't get hurt. Okay, we'll call this C24. An auto carrot. Well, you may need an automatic carrot if you're a Wesley Wabbit. Fake book dolly what? Theme of the night. I missed something I ate with that. Reconnecting with my demented inner child. Well, that sounds about right for all of us, really. Connecting with the inner child, which turns out to be kind of weird. Hi, YJ Overlander, the weird kid. Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. I might have to do that, my version of that. It all has to do, goes back to pickles and unicorn pea. Don't ask people, don't ask. Just go with it, just go with the flow. Don't even ask. Okay, your remote viewing target is C24. It's right under my hand right now. And I'll try not to think about it. So you're not reading my mind and cheating, which is another skill, which we should be developing too. Well, it's okay. If you read my mind, that's okay too. If you could read my mind. James saw the grass. Circle K, meanwhile, was smoking the grass. Ah. Oh, Lewis is eating in remote viewing. Eating in remote viewing. He needs. Okay, Gladys O'Kravitz. You know what? We will take a look at your picture and tell you, and we will, um, I'm sure everybody will take a look and give you their opinion of it. I'm sure it's pretty cool. No, this isn't a trick. Is James taken off? No, I think Gladys O'Kravitz is taken off. C24. This is not bingo. Okay. Hey, love. How you doing, love v love? This is just discussion night, so we're being silly. And remote viewing while we're being silly. Sunshine. We're remote viewing and being silly together. I don't know if it really works that well, but we're going to try it anyway because we're weird. We're weird kids. And I'm used to that because I was always one of the strange kids in school. Oh, a Donnie Darko rabbit. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That was a response. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna shut up now. Now everybody's gonna be thinking about that. I'm sorry. I'm so used to reading your opinion, your comments. I can't read until it's over, until we're finished viewing. Remember, just quiet your mind and you can, some people do better when they write it down 3 times. Write down the target 3 times and then make some kind of squiggle next to it. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen nearby, you might want to try that method. Various people have various methods of targeting in on it. There are times when I do better than others, honestly. There are times when I'm right on, and then other times when I'm seeing. As a matter of fact, Jim and I once saw I had a stack of them. She once saw one that was further down, and I used to do that in Max's class all the time. I'd see one that was further down. Bomber, you know that's cheating. C-24, yeah, that does sound like something explosive. I'm going to give you about a minute. I'm going to give you about a minute. Well, we're remote viewing right now, Loose Top, but if you see light orbs, that's pretty cool. Oh, you looked again. Okay, I'm just about to reveal it. Everybody get your final response in. Just about to reveal it. And it is. Oh my gosh. Well, it's not exactly a big bunny. It's a Bigfoot. It's a piece of my art. It's Bigfoot, Ohio version. It's the Ohio in the background and a big Bigfoot there. So it wasn't exactly a bunny, but it was big, all right. And some of the shapes are kind of there, but it's so hard to know if you guys can see this because of the way the camera is. I think I'm going to turn my camera around for this. Pardon me, so that I can do this better. Pardon me, you're going to see me really close up. Rah! Okay, hang on. I'm going to have to move it over a bit. Okay, now you can see the image better since we're doing this. Now, it is definitely a Sasquatch. It's a piece of my art. Take another little piece of my art now, baby. I sell these pieces of art, by the way. Um, so you can look back at the responses and see for yourself, because it's really hard. A big bunny, a purple scarf, a, well, there's something purple there. There's a lot of purple in that. Well, kind of purplish. It's not a scar. It is kind of, well, it's mostly blue, really. But maybe it's my fault for you. Donnie Darko rabbit. Kind of interesting that you would pick a Donnie Darko rabbit and it turns out to be a Sasquatch. Something in the room corner by the baseboards. Is that river or creek, grass, and a berm? Well, that would be where the Bigfoot's standing, probably. Beer can in a box. Maybe that's what he's going to raid. Okay, who knows? Well, let's see. Yeah, I think Circle K was closest. Oh, have I seen the Sasquatch? No, I haven't seen them. Have I heard them? Yes, I have heard them. Haven't seen them. Yeah, take another little piece of my heart, please. Have another little piece of my heart now, baby. You know you got it if it makes you feel good. Yes, indeed. It might make you feel good. There it is. Kind of. Let me look in here and find something a little simpler. I might be overdoing it a little with maybe it's too complicated and we need something a little simpler. Because some of these are really busy. Trying to find one that's not too busy. Okay, I found one that's it's still very busy, but this one's going to be C25. Okay, C25. A scary bunny feeling? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah. Do, 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 do. I want you to cut down the tallest tree in the forest with a herring. And love is back on the pickles. We're all back on the pickles. I have heard them and I've been mind speaking with them off and on. Um okay, so I've got it. This is C25. Just close your eyes a minute and when you think C25, see what floats up in your mind. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it very well because we're all too hungry now. We all saw. Okay. Yep, spam a lot. I was singing along with the song. Ah, that figures. I don't know. I my subconscious knows a lot of things that I don't know and it makes jokes and I don't even know I made the joke until after I made the joke. Sometimes I'll say something, it'll be funny and it'll be like I didn't even think about it, but it is funny. So it's one of those things where I'm like, okay. Your mom doesn't believe in remote viewing. Well, I don't believe in your mom. How do I know that your mom even exists? I've never seen her. And Circle K makes a guess. Now I can't say what you guess. You saw the picture? Did I show it as I pulled it out? Oh gosh. I was trying to pull it out without the camera, underneath the camera. Shoot. Well, then I guess I screwed that one up. I was trying to hold it up under, but it's hard to do all this, you know. It's hard to do it the way things are set up here. Okay, well, then you two don't get to guess. Maybe I should just turn it over and let you see it and do another one. I picked this out for Bomber. Yep, a lot of flowers and a unicorn and some fairies. It's another piece of my art, a digital art. And there's Cowboy as a butterfly, as a fairy cat. So, okay, now I'm going to try and do this off camera. Yeah, ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Okay, this is a good one. We shall call this one C26. And I know you didn't see that one. What, my little unicorn? I've got some beautiful pictures. Maybe I should show some of my pictures after this. Then we'll try a destination. If you guys get to where you're getting really accurate on these, then we should try destination, because in Max's class, once we start like hitting on, then when we go to a destination, we all see the same thing, and it's really trippy when that happens. That's how we know that it's it's like a toroidal Earth. We flew through Earth. Mm-hmm. We flew through it. Okay, so you're saying C26, C26, C26. You want to see? You want to see 26? You're going to have to give me some guesses. I think this may be it. I think I may just show you some pictures. I don't know that people are really that into this tonight. This may not be the right night for this painting. You want to see, eh? What's that all about? That was my. What's that all about, eh? My Canadian impersonation. I'm going to give you another whole minute. Get your responses in. Get your responses in. But I will tell you one thing. It's not a pickle. We get pretty silly in Max's class, too. Yeah, I know. We're kind of distracted tonight. We're all thinking about pickles. Thanks, Bomber. You want to hear all about it, eh? Okay, that's very interesting, James. That's very interesting.
The imagery is very interesting. Yeah, that's what, hey, yeah, that's what John always does. Yeah, I love your imagery. It's very interesting. Oh my gosh, really? Pickle, it is a pickle monument. It's a monument to pickles. Dill pickles, gherkin. I like a gherkin now and then. A nice, sweet little gherkin every now and then. But mostly I like kosher dills. I like it with a lot of garlic. I want to knock y'all down. Want to knock you down with my breath. No, I, I love, I love garlic. You know what my favorite? I love. There are these olives that you can get. They're like martini olives. They're the green ones, but they're stuffed with cloves of garlic. I love those things. I love them. I could eat the whole freaking jar if I didn't stop myself. I have to stop myself at two or three, or I would eat the whole jar. Another thing I love, pickled ginger. We're talking about pickles. I'm going to talk about ginger. Oh my God, I could eat a jar of pickled ginger too, but I don't care. It's so expensive. I have to learn how to pickle ginger, how to make Chinese pickled ginger pickles, because I love that stuff. It's so good. Yeah. Okay, so we're doing C26. Yeah, the pink ones from the sushi bar. I love those. I love those. Oh yeah, you have olive stuff with garlic, and he has a hot pickle too. Well, here's your guy. James Ortiz is your guy, ladies. Yeah, the pickles never stop. The pickles go on. Okay, any more guesses for C27? Or is it a lost cause? Yeah, I love garlic stuffed olives. I could eat those. Just a jar of them. Uh, and then sometimes you can get them stuffed with almonds. That's good too. That's why once you pickle the fun don't stop. Okay, Bomber's gonna get extra silly now. It's a toss up what's gonna happen next. Because she's had her pickle juice now. And there's no stopping what happens next. It's just like a train. You put on the brakes and nothing happens for a long time. Okay, James and the Giant Pickle. All right, there you go. There's a story. There's a story waiting to be told. James and the Giant Pickle with garlic. Okay. I should do the whole show in this voice someday. People will wonder where the hell I'm from. Where the hell are you from, woman? That you sound like that. I'm from some kind of movie, I think. Some kind of movie where people wear costumes, wear garb, and where the men wear tights. I think, yes. Some movie where the men wear tights. Bomber is getting herself pickled. Whoa, well, I can tell where this is all going. I might as well show you the picture. It's Prince! And I put him on a planetary background because he is a star. There's lots of planets in the out in space. It's Prince in Space. Okay. I'm just going to show you my pictures. It's another one I did. A lot of this must be my art then. Must be a lot of my art. Here's another one of my dragon. And you know what? I like to take pictures of geckos and bearded dragons and stuff and make them into dragons. Here's one of my dragon pictures. Here's one of our sunsets here with dramatic skies. We get dramatic skies a lot. And this bitch, I don't know who the hell that is. Some blonde bimbo. I don't know. Here's a strange little thing in the sky. And a single tree there. I don't know. It's just a picture I took. Here's a picture I took over our. Oh, and I don't know if you can see it very well. There's a little heart-shaped cloud right in the middle of it. A little dark heart-shaped cloud right there in the middle. That must be why I took that one. And it's kind of an eye shape if you look at it, and a little heart. Over here is kind of a, or an arrowhead or a wedge or something. I see a lot of weird stuff in our skies. Anyway, another sky picture. I don't know why oh yeah, there are some, I suspect there are some ships in here. And, oh yeah, but you will not be able to see it because you won't, yeah, you just, there is a very sharp, a very weird looking cloud in here, but you can't really see it on the camera's not really picking it up very well. But anyway, UFO picture. Oh yeah, this is a close-up of what I saw in the sky. This is a picture of a spaceship, of a UFO right here. It's one of my UFO pictures. And as you see, it kind of looks like a flying phallus with a little triangle craft hanging on the tail. If anybody can, yeah, that's that frugal bitch from the other channel. So I don't know. What do you guys, speaking of UFO pictures, what do you guys think of this one? Of course, I had to, it's kind of grainy because you know how these things are, but it's a fairly sharp picture. I sent this in the paranormal portal once and they had, of course, I sent them the whole picture. So I didn't put a helpful circle around the area. And so they couldn't find anything. But if you look at this, there's a lot of detail there. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't look, the very sharp equilateral triangle there, I just don't think it's a natural cloud. I just don't. You know, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I don't think that's a natural cloud. Like I said, it looks kind of like a little rubber fun toy there in some parts, but anyway, so there's one of my UFO pictures. Here's one of my pictures of Cowboy, Gangsta Kitty. Gangsta Kitty. smoking a spleef, man, because he's such a laid back little kitty. Here's one of my sunset pictures. We have beautiful sun. That's right out the back here, right out in the back. That's another version of out back there. Yeah, I don't know who this bimbo is. Somebody, just somebody I used to know, or somebody I used to be. Anyway, you can see my hair kind of reddish there. Oh, yeah, I call this one the skyfish, the sky koi or cloud koi. Don't ask me how a koi got up there. You see it? Is that weird? Probably see other stuff in there too. Maybe it's not a koi. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's one of those little iguanas. Maybe I just had marijuana that day. You tell me what it is up there in the sky. I see stuff like this up there. Okay. Oh, this is just a picture I found online that I liked. It's not one of mine, but it's a cool one. Kind of yin and yang kitties. I forget what I did this for, but it was kind of a cool picture. But that is also somebody. It's also me. I use me as a basis for that one. Okay, and here is the one that I think may be a tarot card. It's another piece of my art, digital art. And the truth is where you find it. Has a little kitty cat looking out into the universe by a tree there. Truth is where you find it. And I call this one Crying Eyes. Yep, I had a friend who said she wouldn't eat anything that ever had eyes, and I said, well, this onion is out, then you can't have it. It's staring at me. I can't eat it. It's staring at me. And this is one of our beautiful buildings here in downtown Kent. Yeah, and what I like most about it is the sign. You can't probably read it, but the sign says now lease. No, wait a minute. For lease. Yes. It says now hiring for lease. So that is there are people working in that building. Yes, and that the building is for lease. Look at that building. Wouldn't you like to work there? Anyway, we have strange things here in Ohio. There's another sky picture. I don't know if it has any anomalies in it or not. It might. Chances are it does, but I don't know where they are right now. They're just, oh, you might like this one. To me, that looks like a horse or something there. But another cloud picture. Here is my cat Maui that passed away. You see, I'm looking at her in the mirror there. This is when she was asking me if it was okay if she went on home. And I said, darling, I love you. And if you're in so much pain, I want you to be able to go home and it'll really hurt. But yeah, I'll let you go if you need to go home. And shortly after, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little mark on her cheek, and that developed into something and killed her. So that was the beginning of it. Kind of sad, but she let me see her transition, and it was beautiful. Okay, here is a picture of, once again, from our backyard, a lovely sunset. Here's something I found online. And of course, this box fits perfectly to a cat. You tucked your hair up under your cat? Oh, the sign says long-haired freaky people need not apply. So I tucked my hair up under my hat and I went in to ask him why. He said, "You look like a fine, upstanding young man. Think you'll do." Well, I took off my hat and said, "Imagine that." This is one I made for Valentine's Day, I think. Have a magical day. There's a little cowboy with wings, fairy cat. There's Maui with wings, with angel wings. It says, "Love you." And you left paw prints in my heart. I want to make them into greeting cards. Let's see, there are probably UFOs in this picture, but I'm not sure where. It's probably why I printed it up. Another dramatic sky. Here's another piece of art. There you go. Another little piece of my art now, baby. You know you got it. I'll have to really sing again on here someday, but my my guitar just isn't coming out right. Somehow it's okay. Which one is this? Oh yeah, it was full of. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see it real well there. See that great big TR3B? I think that's what that is there. Kind of obvious, isn't it? Not hiding very well. And then there's a bunch of other ones down here. Look at that. I told you, Ohio skies are littered with this stuff. We have this stuff here all the time. Here's another picture I liked from the internet of a kitty cat, of course. Another dramatic sunset. We have a lot of them. Here's a beautiful picture of the moon and clouds. Looks like somebody's sending smoke signals there, huh? Hmm. I don't believe there's an anomaly in there. Oh, there's my dolphin picture. There you go. Photobombing the other dolphins' pictures there. Here is the triangular mark on my arm, left after a very sleepless night. I don't know what happened, but it's not uncommon to have triangles like that on you after an abduction or a visitation or whatever you want to experience. So that was from a while back. Okay, another piece of art and another piece of art. And here's that picture I showed you earlier, which is the kitty's life on Lyra. Here's the Sasquatch picture. And here is the unicorn. This is from Outback, a bomber's place. Yeah, there are triangles. Well, Gemini did that. She had She she was getting like other pictures that were in there, but just not the designated one. It's kind of funny. I used to do that at Jones sometimes, and it'd be like, oh my gosh, that is the one I saw. You know, it would be like two down or something. Be like, that's the photo I saw. True, there's bound to be tons of triangles, but I'm sorry, but clouds, when clouds are equilateral triangles, that's sketchy. That's sus, you know? Okay, well, did we have a good discussion, folks? I I still have 42% left. Is anybody left in the chat? Bomber and Lewis still are here. Oh no. So cute. Is that Moncton that you talked about? I don't know who that is. I don't know what you mean. Oh, really? Look like the Orion constellation. Your moles on your right arm that came in as you got older look like the Orion constellation. You know what? When I got this triangle on my arm and I went into the bathroom and I looked at it in the big mirror, there were also glowing dots, constellations on my shoulder right above that arm. So there was something going on there. I have no idea. Oh, you're getting loopy? Oh, then you'll be just like the rest of us. Well, you know what? This was kind of a weird night. We usually have a subject, but now we've been all over the board. But I kind of like it that way. Sometimes I just like it to let people bring up what they want to bring up. Well, CJ, if you have to lurk or sign off, we're we're glad that you made it in and hope to see you again sometime. Yep, the unicorn pee is working. Right. Yeah, you don't want to swim and you take unicorn pee. Oh, well, thank you, Claudia. Honestly, look forward to meeting you someday because someday when I can actually get around a little better, I plan on doing some visiting. I want to see Michigan. Circle K's got a unicorn. Bomber, you could maybe you could get together and like breed unicorns. Yeah. Yeah, welcome home. Yeah. Well, thank you. You are too, CJ. Yeah, we don't have everybody. I don't my channel is small. We don't have everybody. We don't appeal to everybody, but we do appeal to a very particular crowd. Or maybe I should even say a kind of a peculiar crowd. We do particular crowd will love the place. Whereas other people might go, what the hell's going on? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you're gonna make them get some. Yeah, definitely the Misfits crew. Eh, you can celebrate anything you want. That's right. That's right. We can celebrate when we can dance if we want to. You can leave your friends behind because your friends don't woo, and if they don't woo, well, they're no friends of mine. We laugh a lot. We do. We laugh a lot in this group. even sometimes when I have a very serious subject. And I'm going to have Paul on again. He's reading another book, and then, that's always dangerous. When Paul reads a book, it's like, oh boy, he's going to bring something, next time he's on. Once he gets through that book, I can't wait to see what he's going to bring us, what kind of information. But we're going to have Robin. Remember, we're going to have Robin McCrae, the Sasquatch Whisperer, one of my new sisters. I swear, she's she's got to be. I totally get Robin. Anyway, she is so cool. She's going to be on Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern time. So I hope you come and see her. Inner Serious Kid? Why? You're going to try and channel your inner serious kid? Oh, geez. Yeah, Unicorn P. Unicorn P. Moonbeck, Moonbeck, Moon. No promises. No promises, people. Okay, I probably should start closing it down. It's been over 2 hours, and probably there are places, other chats you want to visit. So, but I'm glad you had a lot of fun in mine. So I'm going to say my usual thing that I always say. As a matter of fact, I didn't do my usual intro, did I? No, I didn't. I never did, but that's okay. Um, I'll do my usual extro, outro. Remember, the truth is where you find it. I hope you're finding some on my channel. And I hope you're having fun too, because we aim to do that too. And the other thing I always say is remember, you are divine. Yes, you are divine. And you are creators. So please create wisely. And right now has never been a better time to get busy and create. We have a lot going on in the world that kind of sucks. So we need to start creating some better stuff. Let's all work on that together. They don't? Do they poo? Circle K said unicorns don't pee? Oh my goodness. Her Circle K's unicorn doesn't pee. Oh no, Bomber. Well, you're going to have to start selling the eggs then that they lay. The tippity top. You guys are all so weird. I love you. Who cannot love you? Yeah. Y'all so crazy. Okay. Yeah, she fits. Yeah, they do. Unicorn poo is rainbow colored ice cream and they fart sparkles. I love you too, Claudia. You seem like a really welcome addition. I'm glad that Jim and I brought you in today. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I better close it down now. I'm running out of battery. So because if I run out of battery before I close it down, it does weird things to the stream. So love you, and I'll see you next time, Wednesday, 8:30. Robin McRae, the Sasquatch. Where's the? No, come on, girl. I know how to say that. Sasquatch Whisperer. Well, thank you, Claudia. Yeah, we're going to do some more singing here eventually. And good night, and have a wonderful journey. I'm sure it's going to be something very special. I'm still looking for that video where I saw something about that, about Lake Michigan. They need to fly every day to get things moving. Then you get the Skittles. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a whole procedure. I see. Unicorn ranching it, it's all very complicated to me. Sweet dreams, yes.